On the track job website for UK, for instance, each day there are about 18,000 live jobs.
What?
UK visa is one of the fastest for skilled workers.
Okay.
2 weeks maximum or 15 working days is ready. That's the standard. When you apply for the priority visa, it's just 7 days. That's 5 working days. You get it, and some employers would even pay for your flight and provide you with accommodation for you to come. So I'll just use this opportunity to broaden it. So whether as a nurse, as a doctor, medical lab, technician, all those in the health field, you first have to qualify in your home country. So you have to practice. Minimum experience is 1 year. So the national service you do is enough.
Are you saying life over there is far better than life here?
If I say far better, it's an understatement.
Oh, really?
Because someone earning £2,000 in UK a month, I'm not talking about London, in UK in general, doesn't necessarily have to go for a loan to buy a car, go for a loan to pay rent. But the same 2,000 cedis in Ghana, you have to go for a loan to be able to pay your 2 years rent advance. Minimum wage, as it stands now, it's almost £10 an hour. So no one can pay you less than that. No.
So it's either higher.
So whether you are a carpenter, you are a tiler, you are a mason, you are a nurse, no one is paying you less than that. But the money we want, that money that we need to set ourselves up, it's not in Ghana. If you are UK, you are saving less than 500, you have to be careful. Less than £500 a month, you have to look at your expenditure. In the UK, when you make one grave mistake, it will take you 5 to 6 years to correct it.
Hey people, what's up? Welcome to another exciting conversation on the Prince Amdan podcast. My name is Prince Amdan. Today we're having a very, interesting conversation, in recent times, there have been a lot of Ghanaians who are very eager to leave the shores of Ghana. And, it's something a lot of people, don't understand. Today we have one of them who japa and he has come back. So as he has come back to town, we just wanted to have a conversation to kind of, have an experience of, how living in the UK where he lives and work is. So we have my brother in the studio, Abdul Momen, who just returned from the UK a couple of days ago, and he's actually a nurse. He works as a nurse in the UK. So we'll get into the conversation and get to know, how come he left and, some of the, things that is making him want to stay in the UK. Haj, Assalamu alaikum.
Amaraba.
What's up?
Cool.
How's UK and everything? Chilling and everything.
UK is all right. It's all right. It's not always about chilling. It's about working as well, isn't it? So on the general, it's fine. I think it's fine.
Before you went to the UK, were you working in Ghana?
Yes, I did work in Ghana for a couple of years. I worked in TTH. I did work in Salaga as well. Yeah. And yeah, school did some top up. Even in Kintampo. Became a PA before finally deciding to travel.
Wow. That's great. How many years did you work in Ghana before?
So I worked from, I think, for 7 years, 2013 to 2020. So like 7 years,
Before you finally...
Yeah, before we finally decided to go to the other side.
Why did you decide to, leave?
Yeah, couple of factors. It's never easy having to leave your home country, leaving your family behind, mom, dad, and friends, acquaintances. But when it does become necessary, isn't it? So career progression, wanting to further your education, and obviously for better life opportunities, better economic and remuneration for what you do, isn't it? So it's not only about the passion, but what comes with the passion as well. Someone will tell you passion doesn't pay bills. So
I know, right?
Yeah. So these are some of the reasons why we had to go to the other side and see what it looks like.
Are you saying life over there is far better than life here?
If I say far better, it's an understatement.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's incomparable. You can't compare. I wouldn't lie. You can't.
Wow.
You can't compare. And if I say you can't compare, it's not only about the money, lifestyle, how people treat people, okay, how the system works. Far better.
Wow.
Far better.
Wow. What are some of the examples you can give?
Well, people always think it's about the money. Yeah, so let me look at the humanity side. In the UK and in the advanced countries, when you go to the shopping mall, for instance, hardly will you find anyone sleep on an empty stomach. Wow. Hardly will you see anyone sleeping on an empty stomach. That is not to say we don't have people living in the street. We do have. So one typical example, when you visit the supermarket, like Tamale, for instance, if you go to Quality First or First Smell and those big shops, okay, they have a spare shopping basket or a cart near the till where you do the payment. After you have done your shopping, your groceries, so you buy your milk, your bread, your tin tomatoes and sardines and all that, and you are leaving, you are now not compelled out of your own will to put in something there in that food basket, they call it, for someone who doesn't have. Okay, so you can choose to go to the supermarket, you having nothing, and come back home with something. And hardly will you see someone go being greedy and trying to gather everything. Someone will just come and pick milk because that's what he or she needs. Someone will just come for pasta. So these are some of the things that strikes me.
So you think the human system over there
it works.
Far.
It works. It
and
works.
I think I'll quite agree with you, because one of our biggest challenges in Ghana or Africa is greed.
It's exactly.
Everybody wants everything.
Exactly.
You know, and it makes it difficult for us to share the little that we have.
It is. So these are some of the things. Aside the money, the money is just only when you try to do the conversion and all that. That's when you see it to be huge. But when you are spending it there,
it's normal.
It's normal. It's normal.
I think we'll get into life conditions and all of that. How long have you been in the UK so far?
I think it's my 4th year. Going to 4 years.
4th year.
Yeah.
Wow. 4 years. That's amazing.
Almost, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow. 4 years now.
Okay, take us through the journey from leaving Ghana, getting to the UK. How was that process like? How was everything?
Yeah, so me going as a healthcare professional, as a nurse, obviously you first have to qualify in your home country.
Okay.
So I'll just use this opportunity to broaden it. So whether as a nurse, as a doctor, medical lab, technician, all those in the health field, you first have to qualify in your home country. So you have to practice. Minimum experience is 1 year. So the national service you do is enough. And after that, obviously, you have to register with NMC UK as a nurse. If you are a doctor, you register with the GMC, General Medical Council of UK. And both of them have their exams that you need to pass. And once you pass those exams, you start to look for an employer. So there's job search. Each day when you go to the track job.
Is that before you leave?
Before you leave. Okay. So you actually get a job before you go. You go.
And it's not actually you sitting down waiting for government or
no.
Okay.
No.
So you can actually do this by yourself.
Yeah. All you need to do is get the exam, get the required
certifications.
Yes. So once you have that, you start the active job search.
This is interesting.
Yes. On the track job website for UK, for instance, each day there are about 18,000 live jobs.
What?
Yes.
Every single day?
Every single day. So 18,000 from clinical, non-clinical, administrative. Wow. So if I say clinical, those who are on the ward, administrative, we have the doctors, we have the carers, everyone. 18,000 live jobs each and every day. So you do the application and they call you for interview. Obviously, you upload your CV. And when you are successful in the interview, they give you something we call the COS, or the Certificate of Sponsorship. And that is what you need to apply for the visa. And UK visa is one of the fastest for skilled workers. 2 weeks maximum, or 15 working days is ready. That's the standard. When you apply for the priority visa, it's just 7 days. That's 5 working days. You get it. And some employers would even pay for your flight and provide you with accommodation for you to come. And others would want to see a bit of commitment, so they will ask you to fund
yourself.
So once you get there, they refund. Once you're able to provide receipts, they refund. Wow. So the process is quite straightforward, I must admit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. This is amazing, man. So take us through, I mean, your first few days or weeks in the UK. Like somebody from you left Tamale, right?
Yeah,
you were from Tamale.
Yeah,
so you went there.
To be quite honest with you, I mean, getting to 4 years wasn't my first time in the UK anyway.
Okay. You've been there before?
I've been there before. Yes. I did visit UK in 2007.
Okay.
And when I returned, for some strange reason, UK wasn't on my list.
Oh, really?
It wasn't. I wouldn't lie.
Wow.
We're looking for US, Canada, and I think UK wasn't on my list. So
why wasn't?
You know, this misconception people have: taxes. UK is not as people think it is. You know, and for some UK they are stingy. So for those trivial reasons, exactly, for those trivial reasons, and I don't know whether it was because I've been there before and people were talking about US, so I wasn't really paying attention to
UK.
The UK, and till it came. And I must tell you, I have one big regret, yes, of being in the UK, and the regret is not going early.
What is that regret?
The regret is just not going early, just procrastinating. So you having the qualifications, sitting back and knowing it's a life-changing opportunity,
and you are not going.
Yes, that's just my regret.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should have gone earlier.
Exactly.
We don't see it.
I should have. Yeah. So early days, I didn't have much of culture shock. It's just that people are friendly. Everyone everyone mind their own businesses. Where I live, an apartment of it's a 12 apartments, flats, so 12 flats in an apartment. I only know 3 of my neighbors.
Wow.
And if I say no, not know them by names,
just by
their face.
passing.
Okay. So everyone is minding their own business. Areas are very calm, serene, almost everywhere. People see you in the morning on the streets. They say hello, good morning.
And that's it.
Yes, so a bit friendly, I would say. What surprises me not too much, again, has to do with sometimes the way they dress in summer, where people wear skimpy dresses, and that's how they are. So little temperature, like today, Tamale is almost 30 degrees. When they get 20 degrees, everyone is going topless. Most of the guys, you see them driving topless. It wasn't, for me, I'm in London, so it wasn't so much a shock because you get to see black communities. I have like African shops close by. Have African restaurants. You can get some. You can get TZ.
I was to come.
So it's for me personally, it was no. I wouldn't lie. No. It wasn't so much. No, it wasn't.
But we do hear a lot about racism and all these things.
It's there. I wouldn't lie. Racism is there, but it's very subtle. Very subtle. So that's the difference between UK and probably Germany or Italy or Spain or US. US, when he doesn't like you as a black, he's calling you black nigger, negro. He tells you the F word, you go away. UK, they will be smiling with you. It's very, very subtle in the UK.
Until you provoke.
Exactly. It's very, very subtle. So if you don't pay much attention or details, you wouldn't realize these people are exactly. And once you don't use your emotional intelligence and you retaliate, they tag you as an aggressive man. Black men are aggressive. Black men. But it's there. Even with positions, promotions at the job place, it's there. It's there. But that is not to say black men don't progress in the UK. They do. But the racism is much subtle, and they are welcoming, I would say.
Wow. Yeah. Now let's get to cost of living in the UK. The other time we were having a conversation here, and there were people saying that if you go to UK, if you get more money, you convert to Ghana cedis, you will plenty money. How's the cost of living? And you also made mention of the fact that sometimes it's when you bring it here that it looks like it's some money. But over there it's just like
Yeah.
and also looking at how rent is over there compared to here. I'm sure it's not the same.
No, it isn't. So cost of living generally, it depends on the area. So just like any other country, in the capital cities, it's high.
Expensive, yeah.
So London is a bit expensive, it's high. But standard of living across board is high.
Okay.
So you wouldn't wake up and say tap is not flowing, there's no light, your garbage is overflowing, they haven't come for the rubbish. No.
Everything is
yeah,
working.
standard of living is across board is high. Cost of living, if you go towards the north, so London is in the south. So London, let's say Accra. So you move to the middle belt. So the Midlands, that's where you have Birmingham, you have Leicester, Nottingham, Northampton, all those areas are middle belt. Then when you go up north, that's where you have Manchester, Liverpool, up till you go and you get to Scotland. So those areas are quite cheaper to see. For instance, in London, you can get a 1-bedroom flat, not even central London, because London is huge, it's big. So in the surroundings of London, you can get 1-bedroom flat, £1,002 a month.
A month.
A month.
A month.
A month.
Are
a
you
month.
kidding me?
Yeah. In central
So
London.
let's convert this to cities.
So if it's even 1,000 as it stands now,
That's
then
over 10,000.
Yeah, you're paying almost 15,000 a month. That's without bills.
For only rent.
Yeah, that's
monthly.
Yes, I wouldn't go into what I'm paying.
And how would the apartment be?
So
like?
if it is 1-bed apartment, so you obviously have your living room.
So that 1,000 something is for 1 bed.
Yeah,
apartment.
1 bed. So living room, and you have the kitchen. The kitchen isn't separate. So it's an open kitchen. You sit in the lounge, you can see where you cook. Then maybe you have your bathroom. Then you have the bedroom. UK houses, the rooms are very small compared to US.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole of Europe, UK has the smallest.
15,000 a month.
15,000. Some are paying 1 bed. You can pay up to 2,000 in central London.
Wow.
In central, yes,
Wow.
central, you can pay up to 2,000 for 1 bed. So people will pay 800. So 1 bed in Newcastle, outskirts of Manchester, you can pay like 350 a month.
A month, okay.
Even 300.
300.
Some will even do a house share where you have your own room, but you share bathroom and the living room and the kitchen. Bills inclusive, including Wi-Fi, you pay 350, 400 in the Midlands, 1 bed. 2 bedrooms, 600, 700, 650. 2 bedroom in London, outer London, the least 1,000, 5,000, 6,000, 2,000.
Wow.
Food is very cheap.
Oh, okay.
So food is groceries are cheap. Chicken, the basics. That's why I say the system works. So milk, bread, pasta, flour, sugar. The only food that is expensive in UK to me are the continental dishes, intercontinental dishes. So if you're in the UK and you decide to be going for local food, it's expensive.
Yeah, okay.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
But if you can buy a whole pack, a full chicken for £3, £3.50. You see, if I'm buying the chicken,
40, 50,
if I'm buying the chicken thigh, a whole pack, less than £2, others £2, and all that. You see, but when you go to probably African markets and all that, so yeah, food is a bit okay. You can afford transport. Cheap transport system is working.
Very cheap.
There are trains, there are buses, there are trams. And if you live in inner cities, like the main cities, you don't necessarily have to drive.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
It's a waste of money.
Wow.
But if you live a bit outskirts, because people will live outskirts, then I will come into
the center.
Exactly. So probably someone will work in TTH or West Hospital, and the person lives on the Bolga Road.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper there, then maybe you might want to have a car. But if you are in Tamale Metropolis, you don't necessarily need a car. So it makes, and bus in London, you pay £1.65, and within 1 hour, any bus you pick is free.
Okay.
The money is valid for
1 hour. Wow.
And if you buy tickets in advance, it's cheaper. They have national coaches like the STC. So if you want to travel to Accra, for instance, from Tamale. If I buy the ticket for 2 weeks in advance, it's it's cheaper.
Okay.
But if you wait till the time, then
it's going to be.
And the buses are comfortable. The time, if the bus is leaving at 9 and you have only 5 passengers, it's moving.
Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cost of living generally is fine. Clothing's
Cheap.
yeah, unless you want to do akata.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to buy the expensive, they are there. But
yeah.
on the general, I think it's not bad. So if you are earning like 2,500,
So let's talk about earnings.
yeah, 2,500 pounds a month, for instance, for someone, and you pay rent 600 or 700, then bills, phone bills, lights, let's give that almost 200, depending on where you live. There's something we call council tax. You pay that every month. You pay that money to the council depending on where you live. So it's not a fixed price.
Okay.
I pay 147 a month. Some will pay 200, others will pay 300. That money is what they use for the free school education in your county, the rubbish collection, sweeping of the streets, the parks that you can take your kids, the playground, like you have Magnolia, you have a lot of them that are
Which
for
are
free. So all those monies goes into those council tax.
And you pay how much?
I pay 147 for single occupancy because I'm alone.
147
pounds a month.
Oh,
Depending.
it's not too much.
In my area, that's the cheapest. Yeah, others are paying 300.
Wow.
Because I'm living in a 1-bed flat. Others are living 2-bed, 3-bed.
So they have to pay.
So you pay more. Depending on the number of in your household, then you pay more. So rent, bills, 1,000 is gone. So you are left with 1,500. If you are using a car, you can decide to pay fuel, maybe buy fuel 80, 100 pounds a month. If you are on phone contracts, maybe 50 or 50, 60 pounds a month. If you are so at least by the end of the day, you can get 1,000 if you manage your money well. 1,000 to save. You send money home. So you shouldn't have £1,000 should be enough for you to save. But people struggle in reality. But you shouldn't go less than 500. If you are UK, you are saving less than 500. You have to be careful. Less than £500 a month. Yeah, you have to look at your expenditure.
Then it's not really
exactly.
Like
but
the difference is not.
But that £500 when you bring it home.
But you're not bringing it. Are you bringing it?
No,
home?
I mean yes. So that's how people look at it. There, but people earn more than that anyway.
So it's not even about the money.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier.
Exactly.
Okay. Now I'm getting
exactly.
it. Okay.
So you get better schools across board, better food, better health system. You pay taxes, but they are working for you. You know, all schools are up to standard. There are a lot of universities, lot of colleges, potentials. Every work they pay.
So let's look at the salary structure and work related. Like for example, like I don't know how we are going to pair them, but you are there. Like for every work, what do you think the relative salary would be like?
I think it's almost the same. I wouldn't lie. NS in Ghana now, I don't know how much they take, but I'm projecting 3,000, 3,500 cedis.
Oh, it depends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It depends on. Most of them are not close to that.
Okay, let's not exaggerate. Let's go to 2,000.
2,000. Let's say like average 2,000.
Average 2,000. Okay. If you are earning 2,000 cedis in Ghana, someone is earning £2,000 in UK
as a nurse.
Don't do the conversion of currency. The one in UK is far better.
Oh, really?
Because out of the 2,000 bills and everything, let's project it even in 2004 with food, £1,400. So the person has £600 to save. You can't say same for Ghana. Because someone earning £2,000 in UK a month, I'm not talking about London, in UK in general, doesn't necessarily have to go for a loan to buy a car, go for a loan to pay rent. But the same 2,000 cedis in Ghana, you have to go for a loan to be able to pay your 2 years rent advance. if you want to drive, you have to go for a loan. No, if you want to ride a motorbike as a government worker earning 2,000, you have to go for a loan. So the system is not working. Food alone, groceries alone will kill you.
Wow.
So I'm not even converting money. You get it? That alone will kill you.
Wow.
So you can't compare.
Wow. So for you, is the system that
System works.
must work?
Yes,
in
it's,
Ghana
yes, it's, I
for
think
us to be able to have
yeah,
a better.
yeah. The system
conditions,
works, and for people who, like myself, who have traveled, again, I don't think we are rather helping the government. I would say people are home after school 3 years, 4 years, they haven't been posted. It isn't that the nurse patient or doctor patient ratio in Ghana is up to speed. It's just that the government doesn't have the budget to
spend on the.
So why don't you offload them elsewhere? You get it? Because not everyone goes abroad to stay forever. People go, they come back, there's remittance, they send money home. It's helping the economy. You know, people go within their first year, they send as much as £40,000. I'm telling you.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you. I'm not saying me. But first year, people are sending as high as that.
Wow.
And people are sending money, and this money comes into the economy. In this last 5 years, if I tell you studies that have been done, people have been able to travel.
Of
the
course,
kind of projects they've done home. Others have taken their moms and dads, Hajj and all that. It's helping the economy.
So it just means that, like,
you get it.
On the normal, it's far better.
You get it. So people go, and it's not like they don't like their country, but they come back to help. I know someone who is in the UK. Within 2 years, he's building a hotel on Accra and Sound Road. You get it. So they go, but they do help. Meanwhile, if the person was to be in Ghana, 2 years, still no posting, you work and salary is not even coming.
Yeah. But what are the opportunities for, like, let's say the health sector?
Yeah.
What are some of the opportunities for, people who would want to, try?
So once you get there, is it in terms of career progression
In
or
terms of what is available, because there are some who, and we understand, works in care and all of those things. So what are those types of opportunities?
So the work UK health system. So we have those who work on the ward as nurses. We've got people who work in care homes, so they take care of the elderly. Okay, so that's one thing about UK as well.
Yeah.
You see people, elderly woman, she's all by herself.
Yeah.
The son has left home. Hardly. They don't do much extensive family. You get it. People come of age, they leave home. So someone is living with the wife elsewhere. Mom is old. They would rather put the mom in a care home.
Wow.
You get it, or get someone. So that's the care home job.
Yeah.
Or we have the domiciliary care, where people will prefer to be in the comfort of their homes, and carers will be visiting them in home and taking care of them. So people work as that. People work in care homes. People work in hospitals. People work in the community as community nurses. And in UK as well, those who are nurses and doctors and have brought their family members, wives, husbands who aren't nurses, yes, you can still work in the healthcare sector as a carer. You know, Ghana, before you become a NAC or a road nurse, you have to go to school for 2 years, isn't it, for the training. UK is not like that. All you need is your college certificate or SS certificate. Once you can read and write, you learn on the job. You get it? So, yeah, so it's there, and it's the same for the doctors as well. When they do come, and now currently teachers are also moving. So UK is an open economy now. Yeah, the teachers are coming now.
But don't you think it's a big challenge? A lot of people call it brain drain. Don't you think it will get to a time where, like, even Ghana wouldn't be able to get enough of its best brains to
No, we will. We will. We have, as I said, some of us, and I know a lot of people don't have the intention of staying abroad forever. You go, as I said, a lot of factors, opportunities, you build yourself and you come back. You know, where I am now in UK, and alhamdulillah, where I work now, probably I wouldn't envision myself like that in Ghana. I don't remember the last time I did bedside nursing, you know. And with that opportunity, if you come back with all those experience, you are just coming to help home. People like countries like India and Philippines. If you visit each household, there's a healthcare worker, at least 2.
Wow.
Filipinos are everywhere. Wow. Filipino nurses, they are in UAE, the Gulf countries. I mean, they are in America, they are in the UK. Whilst Ghanaians and Nigerians are arriving at Heathrow Airport in tens, so you see them 10, 20, 30, they are coming in hundreds each day.
Wow.
So why are they not calling it brain drain? Because they are producing more than
they can consume.
You get it?
Yeah.
And there's an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between both governments. Like Ghana took nurses to Barbados, and the government can get something from it. So if you've got healthcare workers at home for 3-4 years, you haven't posted them, why don't you get into agreement with a country that can absorb them, even if it's on a 5-year contract? Those who want to come back will still come back.
So let's assume I'm going to the UK as a carpenter. How much do you think I would be earning averagely?
Okay, so that's one thing about UK as well. Minimum wage works.
Okay.
Minimum wage, as it stands now, it's almost £10 an hour.
An hour.
So no one can pay you less than that.
Okay.
No.
So it's either higher.
So whether you are a carpenter, you are a tiler, you are a mason, you are a nurse, no one is paying you less than that. And one interesting thing, those with handiwork get most paid.
Okay.
Nurses in NHS, that is government side, and £13, £14, £15 an hour without overtime and all those unsocial hours. A labourer will go and earn £15-20 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, cleaner will get £15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those who work in the supermarket, £12, 13. Weekends, 14, 15.
So it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. No matter your trade, you earn.
You earn, yeah.
You earn. So, and now they're having sponsorship for barbers. I've seen adverts. People are, if you are a barber, like skilled worker visa, that's how it's called.
That takes me to some of these other, there are some organizations that are doing some of these things. Some people are frauded and all of those things. I mean, what do you think people should be looking out for? Because, I mean, in as much as you want to go to the UK, you don't want to be frauded by some of these agencies.
Yeah, so it's just like when you say...
And I understand some of them, they will send them there and they'll be stranded.
Exactly. So, people don't like reading, one.
Yeah.
Two, those who do quality content like yourself and what we do as well, people will not want to watch videos and get informed. All these things are available on the internet.
To learn, yeah.
You get it? Yeah. When you asked me about the process of migrating to the UK, I never mentioned about any agent, did I?
Yeah, you did it yourself.
Yeah, I didn't mention about any agent. Okay, so now people will come and they'll be buying visas, and UK is one country that when you come on a visitor's visa, it's difficult to switch or to even work on a visitor's visa. It's very, very difficult. They are very strict on that. So you either come with a working visa.
Okay.
And now people are unfortunately selling even the working visa without getting jobs available. The challenge is that when an employer brings you to the UK, you are compelled to work for them for a certain number of hours. Okay? And each week, you are allowed to work just 20 hours extra for a different employer. So we've got healthcare institutions like care homes and all that who have the license to sponsor people from abroad. But as it stands now, the hospital is full, staffing levels are okay. But because the license is still operational, people will go and liaise with them and use the license to bring people into the country. So you come and the company that sponsored you technically cannot give you a job because it's fully staffed. And now you are compelled to go and work elsewhere. And when you are working elsewhere, you can't work more than 20 hours. So that's where the problem is. You get it?
Wow. So you think people should rather learn to, the ways to do it?
Yeah, I think, do it yourself. And because a company that
understand what you are getting into.
liaises with you directly will not bring you if they don't have vacancies.
Exactly.
So the agents, some are good, but most of them, no, they aren't.
What do you think has to change about the Ghana health, general health, system? Because you have been in Ghana, you've been in the UK. What have you seen that is making the system over there work, and you think that here, because we all know obviously it's not really working as
I think it's not only about salary for nurses or for doctors or for pharmacists and all that. I think it's the whole system. If you pay nurses and doctors even 1 billion cedis a month, and the other sectors are failing, transport and all that, it still wouldn't make sense. It still wouldn't make sense, trust me. Because the hospitals are there, they are functioning, people work and they're not even paid their basic salaries. So your wife is pregnant, you take your wife to the labor room, you are now to buy Dettol and Geisha and all that. For what for? You don't see all these things.
Sometimes they'll tell you there's no bed.
Yes, you don't see all these things in abroad. You get it? So it's about fixing the institutions. Those nurses, and sometimes people give them tips and they take. Sometimes it's not out of their will that they demand for those things. A nurse working for 6-7 months, no salary, having family that you have to feed. It's difficult. So I think it's the whole system. People working in remote areas where there are inaccessible routes and all that.
And there's no compensation for
exactly.
them.
So I think it's just the basic things. Yeah. The basic things. All these politicians that we've got, fortunately for us, have been to the Western world before. They know how the system works. Most of them had their first and second
healthcare when they are sick.
Yes, they did first and second degrees there. They are back here, so they know how to. The problem is just system-wide. It's not about money, I would say. It's just not about the money.
What do you think is the problem?
It's just the system. It's failing.
Why is the system failing?
Because we are refusing to do the right things. For instance, the taxes we take. Your salary before it comes, they take income tax. When you are buying even pure water, I visited a couple of restaurants when I came. When they give you your receipt or bill, you see the receipt, they are paying tax on almost everything.
Plenty.
What are they using the taxes for?
So for you, are you saying leadership?
Leadership, that's our biggest challenge. And I say leadership is totally about the presidency. No.
Of course, yeah.
CEOs of the bigger hospitals.
Every single.
You get the matrons, the in charges, the medical directors, the medical superintendents.
Everybody.
When everyone gets into position, they change. And the genuine ones who want to effect the change also find trembling blocks along the way. So it's just our mindset. It's difficult. It's just difficult. Look at the example I gave about the supermarket where you can walk in and pick something that you want. Just tell me if you are to try this in Ghana. One man will go and collect everything.
They won't even put it in the basket and it's gone.
You get it. Then go outside and sell it as well. So it's just our mindset. Like again, about the salary we spoke about 2,000. You can decide to use the latest iPhone 15, 2-year contracts. People are paying 50, 60 pounds
a month. Yeah.
Okay, next year when iPhone 16 comes and you can take the iPhone 15 back and take the iPhone 16. No, you don't even top up. It continues.
Okay.
Just that another year so it will start afresh. You get it? Bring the same system in Ghana. Ask people to come and take things from credit and see. So it's the mindset.
So you think
it's all of us. It's all of us.
We have to change.
We have to change.
Wow. So you think that any Ghanaian who gets the slightest opportunity, they shouldn't wait.
Me, if you have a brother or a sister or a niece or a cousin, is a professional, a teacher, a doctor, whatever it is, and the person is just wasting their time, rotting here.
Wow.
Sack them from the house.
Wow. Hey,
sack them from the house.
But I've been saying that, like, for me, there's nothing that would make me, because I'm a cinematographer.
Yeah.
And
okay, so let me come.
I just
let me
don't
let me
see
tell you
myself.
something mind blogging. I have a friend who does similar thing
Yeah, job,
in London. Videography for a wedding shoot, yeah. The least he charges is £700.
Wow.
And if you has to do the photo, 300,000, that's the least. People charge up to £2,000.
Yeah.
Okay. 3,000. You have a very nice setup. You can even give it out for rent. They have studios in
for rent. Yeah.
podcasts, yes, for in London. So it moves. Try that in Tamale and see the friends and family who come around and say, but we're with you, we just started with you. Small thing, want to take us money.
And it's actually difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get quality materials, you learn your craft.
Yeah.
There are other additional courses you can do.
Yeah.
Then you come back home, you set it big. As I said, people have made target for themselves, like just 5-year targets, I'm coming back. Others are saying 10 years targets. Because the money we want, that money that we need to set ourselves up, it's not in Ghana. That's the unfortunate thing.
Make ready.
No, I'm serious. The money, that seed capital that we need to make us that stable. We are not talking about wealthy and being rich. To make us stable on our feet, it's not in Ghana.
Wow.
Which of my uncles can give me 200,000 CDs to set up? Who? Tell me.
Man, Charlie.
So I'll go and sacrifice my 5-10 years elsewhere
and
get that 200,000 and come back.
I don't do that to change my mind. Wow, because I've actually been having those thoughts.
Yeah, it's just about the push button. It's not there. Not to be frank to ourselves, it's not there. And if people really want to help, they can, but they will chase the small girls with it.
I know, right? It's actually hard, though.
Yeah, so it's difficult. Difficult. So you are there, your kids get to go to school for free. That is those who have family in the UK, have friends, they have families, have seen their kids. So that Cambridge, that Oxford, that you've been dreaming of that you couldn't attend, your kids are going to attend. You know?
When you say for free, how
so
do you mean?
From 4 years, that's what they call reception. Okay, so from 4 years it's free. Free education. So they get to uni.
Oh, really?
College. And when they're entering uni, God bless the white man.
What did he just say?
God bless the white man. See, the fees is fixed. For every university course, as it stands now in the UK, it's 9,550 or so. For every university course. So be it arts, the sciences, business, whatever, provided you are a citizen there or you have the residency, it's less than 10,000. Okay? International fees is different. I will tell you, greater percentage of parents in the UK don't fund their kids for you. No. Government funds it. When your kid is ready for uni, you have the option to go for government loan. Government will sponsor them, and after school, they've got sometimes more than 20 years to pay back. No pressure.
So school fees can't be an issue.
No.
For a child not
No. University education, no. So they pay it in bits according to how much you earn. They pay it in bits.
Please, I want you guys to help me out. Do you think I should relocate to the UK? If I get the opportunity, me and my crew would relocate to the UK.
You have to.
Should I? I beg you, tell me. If you think I shouldn't, to tell me why I shouldn't. Wow.
So they pay the university fees in bits. So people who are working more than 5 years, get to 10 years, they are still paying the government.
So the high rent and all of those things is not actually an issue.
No.
Because you earn more.
It's life choices. Obviously, you want to live in London. I'm living in London, but maybe because I don't have a family there, I'm alone and all that.
Maybe that's where your work is.
Maybe yes. But people work in London, but don't live in London because as the transport is good. People come by train, 1 hour they are there. 1 hour by train, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, we're at work and they go back. You get it. So if you decide to live in London and pay almost 1,000 for one bed, and someone will pay 400 elsewhere. You know, so I think it's a matter of choice.
I won't lie to you. My mind is just calculating things right now. Man, because it's hard here.
It's hard. It's hard,
my brother. It's hard. It's really hard.
Since I traveled, I come home every year.
Okay.
Just that maybe people don't know, but every year I come home and I appreciate the change and what people go through. It's not easy.
Wow.
If you have the opportunity, that's what I mean. If you only have the
opportunity,
don't
go. Exactly. That's another issue.
Even schooling.
Yeah.
Even schooling. People come to UK, do their masters,
and then they find
after your masters, they have something they call the postgraduate visa. It's for 2 years. So the UK government will give you 2 years, okay, to be able to study and to be able to work. Well, whilst you are studying, you can work as well. But after your studies, you get 2 years to work full time. Because when you are studying, you work only part time, 20 hours a week. But after the study, you get that postgraduate visa. And when you are doing your masters, you are allowed to bring your family. If you got a wife and kids, you can bring them on the same visa, but not first degree. If it's a second degree, and I think it's the same for US and all that. Wow. You get it. So, so when the opportunity is there, yeah, but some people too are comfortable in Ghana. I'm not saying everyone should move.
Exactly. Yeah.
People are comfortable.
Depending on where you are. But there are some people who just want to travel by all means. So you see people traveling by road and all of those, putting themselves
life at risk. I would say travel, but don't be desperate.
Don't be desperate. Okay, yeah. If the opportunity comes, and it's clean.
I for once, I'm very ambitious, but I'm never desperate. You have to be ambitious, but don't be desperate. Yeah. When desperation sets in, then it clouds your judgment. Yes, sense of judgment and consciousness, and that's where you make grave mistakes. Even with this health scamming, I know someone who sold a 5-bedroom house in Kumasi.
Just to go.
Yeah, and came and it was a scam.
And that is where the challenge.
Yeah, because
I see a lot of people
the person
talking about
refuse to follow the right process, isn't it?
That's where you find yourself wanting.
Yeah, so you are there. People will call you. You give them guidelines. They think the system is slow, the process is slow. They want fast track because an agency can help. Like UK, you can come early. My friends in the US, it can take you up to a year. And
also because some of these people tell them lies.
Yes.
And they buy, because they are desperate, they buy those lies and they pay huge sums of money.
Yeah, huge sums of money.
To go.
People are selling off their land and all that. I would say if you want to Japan, if only you want to Japan, do it. You've got two kind of people who Japan. One is those who don't necessarily have much, okay, and are seeking for better opportunities or greener pastures elsewhere. So they make all the efforts they can to go. There are other people who don't necessarily need to Japan, who don't necessarily have to go, okay. They are well-to-do in Ghana. It's just change of environment. They want to have that feel. They don't want to go on a vacation. They just want to relocate. So they sell their cars, their houses, their whatever it is, and go. Those people should have it in mind that when you go, it's just like it's a fresh start for you. It will take you some time for you to gain your feet, get that car you sold, that parcel of land and all that, fine. But if you are the other one who don't have nothing, and you are pushing your uncle to sell a family land or going for a loan to travel to pay an agent, that one is a no. Because they lie to you and tell you make £10,000 in your first 3 months in UK. It's a lie. Like by now, we'll be rubbing shoulders with Ibrahim Mama.
I know, right?
That one is a lie. So, no. If you don't have properties, if you have properties to sell to travel, it's your own risk. But don't go and force your relatives.
Travel, make sure you pass through the right way.
Exactly.
Make sure when you get there, you are not just
exactly. You
know
have
what a job to do.
Yeah. So for professionals, nurses, doctors, teachers, and what have you, before you get there, you know what you are going to earn. You know the name of the institution you are going to work for. Some even provide accommodation. So you know where you are going to live. Yeah. People are in the UK. give them. So if it's just only UK, US, where Canada, where we have people, okay, speak to them. Check this contract for me. Is it genuine? Check this government. See, when you are registering a company in the UK, it's just £12.
Huh?
Oh yes, £12.
Wow.
If you want to register your company, it's just £12. So by mere
So
searching,
guys, I'm moving.
yeah, so
I'm
just-
relocating.
Just searching of the name of someone on the UK government website and say registered company doesn't mean it's genuine. It's just £12.
Everybody can do that.
Exactly. So get people there, but when people want to travel, it's more or less like a secrecy, isn't it?
They don't want.
Exactly. Until they go and crash.
Then people will start to
If we're hiding it from those in Ghana, I understand. Well, people are already
get.
there.
And I think the bottom line is that just get knowledge. Like,
exactly.
don't be ignorant in doing these things.
Use your data to watch
Yeah.
Prince Hamdan. And stop the TikTok.
I know, right?
The nasty TikTok challenges you've been watching, they're wasting data. You learn nothing.
Yeah.
But some of these conversations,
would help.
you get it.
Would help. Yeah. What are what do you miss about home when you are in the UK? What do you miss more about home when you are in the UK?
To be very honest. To be very, very honest. It's just the interactions I do have with friends and family.
Yeah. Social life.
Social interaction. So people tell you there's depression in abroad. It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
Even for those who have family in abroad, wife and kids. It's the same group of people you see almost every day, each time. Work home, work home, work home, work home.
That's it.
If you're unfortunate enough to find yourself in a very color-dominated area, I won't say white-dominated area, no one will be playing with your kid. No, you're a threat. No one will be playing with them. You see, you don't see people hawking in traffic. You don't see the horn.
Yeah, man.
You don't see drivers abusing each other.
And you see, that's one of the reasons why
You get it. So those kind of interactions.
Because I love the social.
Yeah. But when we meet, like someone has outdooring or wedding, and we go
there.
you have proper Ghanaian food, you play Ghanaian music, then you feel at home. You feel at home. And now almost everything is in abroad. I told you TZ and everything is there.
Sakoro.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything is there.
Yeah, I wanted us to talk about food and social life. So you've already.
The food is there. We've got lots of we have lot of Ghanaian restaurants, Nigerian restaurants, Caribbean restaurants. When it comes to religious side as well, we've got lots of mosques, we've got a lot of churches. So you have Church of Pentecost and the SDA and Roman Catholic churches. You go for the Ghana drums and all that in UK, in London. And the mosques is all over the place. All over the place, everywhere.
UK operates a 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you make of the policy His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is? Because for there've been a lot of conversations, and some people feel that is actually a good idea, because then you have a lot more opportunities to work and also build the economy. Coming from UK, what do you think?
I first of all, I think it will be very prudent for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to explain further.
Okay. What the policy is about.
That will clear a lot of doubts in the people's minds. Okay, because you know Ghana politics. You know how Ghana politics is. Someone says something, instead of people to actually ponder over it and look at the positivity out of what is being said, even if it comes with some form of negativity and challenge. Every policy will come with challenge, isn't it? But we are so quick to jump at it and condemn it and all that. Okay, so where I sit, I see there are certain parts of Ghana's economy which is already running 24 hours. Certain part. I'm not saying all.
Okay.
So if probably His Excellency John Dramani Mahama thinks maximizing that will help the economy grow better, why not embrace it? Because in London, for instance, we've got night buses. So if buses. So in central London, like we have some bus stops every 5 minutes. Buses coming, some every 10 minutes, some every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, depending on the area. Okay, so if they have like 200 buses running during the day, from early as 4 a.m. to 11 p.m., then from midnight it reduces to 50. You see, so there are night buses. Buses run 24 hours. Bus. Not train, bus 24 hours. So it works. It
So
works.
If the
And we have
policies-
even restaurants, McDonald's.
yeah, okay.
Some of them don't close. People go for nightlife, and those who drink are drunk and hangovers. That's where they rush to this fast food. Yeah, so
food, yeah.
yeah. So someone will tell you like London doesn't sleep. Yeah, so I think it helps, and people sell like even street food. When you go out London nightlife, people have closed from program 3 a.m., 4 a.m. That's where we see hot rice and grilled chicken. People are street food. People are selling burgers and all that. Yeah, so and there's construction just being done at night.
At
Most
night.
of our routes, some of
Because
them,
that's the time
yes,
there's less pressure.
exactly, at night. You see them doing their routes at night, so there will not be much traffic. And most of the big trucks, like again, Melcom, Quality First, for smells, not during the day where the road is busy. There you see a very big truck
Coming to
offloading. No.
offload,
Usually at night. Night, where everywhere is quiet, less traffic, then the truck will
do
come.
that.
Yes. Then so yeah. So it's just about exploring it better and embracing it. It will work.
Wow. I'm still thinking. Are you also thinking?
You have to.
Okay, so let's talk, get more into other opportunities aside healthcare and all of that. Other opportunities, like for example, I'm a how do you call it? Video production person. I want to go to the UK. Maybe somebody is a carpenter, a mason. They want to go to the UK, maybe and start a business. How viable is that? Like
Okay, so there is this website like Indeed. Okay, Indeed is one of the well-known job websites. Then we have the UK government website, so the gov.uk. When you go there, no matter your job,
Specifications,
or your occupation or job qualification, just type that. So if it's a carpenter, so carpenter plus sponsor plus visa. Just this use terms. So all carpentry jobs that comes with sponsorship will be there. You see, all teaching jobs that comes with sponsorships will be there. Okay, all cinematography jobs,
will be there.
video production jobs that come with sponsorship, because that's what you need.
Indeed, yeah.
You need someone to sponsor you
to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I was adding the plus sponsorship plus visa.
Okay.
You get it? Because there are people who will sponsor you and put you under contract for 2-3 years.
To work for them.
Exactly.
Before you can be free to
Exactly.
do all that stuff. Okay.
So, but if you just put video production, you
There
get
will be
it.
open
Yeah,
video
so you
production.
might end up applying for
A
jobs
job that you have to sponsor yourself.
Yes, or people who are already in the UK and say, "You have applied and I wasn't successful." So it's very, very important you add the plus sponsorship and the visa, those terms, key terms or keywords. So there are a lot of opportunities. It's not only about for healthcare workers. I did mention about now taking teachers. I've seen barbers come in, hairdressers, people who braid hair, hairdressers. You just this minimum English qualification, whilst you can read and write, it's done. Okay, then obviously people use the education route as well.
Okay, to school.
Going to school. So those of you who have been following the politicians, honorable up and down, top and down, when they ask you what you want, I always say, build yourself.
Education.
That's one thing that no one can take away from you. Just build yourself. Develop yourself. So if you are able for them to sponsor you to come do your masters, US, Canada, UK, don't slack. Yeah.
What are some of the challenges like you face as a Ghanaian living in the UK, aside those that we've already spoken about?
Yeah. I think, well, the racism is there, as I said, but in the UK is very subtle. Also, sometimes those who raise a family there, the loneliness,
Loneliness, okay.
being by yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just work, work pressure, family pressure. You are compelled to send much money home. So, Ghana or Africa, when you make money, it's not for you alone.
Yeah.
It's for,
This guy, Mikel Obi went and said this on a podcast.
and he's right, because you do take care of home, but so do if you don't take care, you lose yourself. It's sad. I have seen people die out of overworking in the UK. There's a woman that came and did overtime. She's an agency nurse. So if you say agency nurse, locum, she comes. She's not under sponsorship, so she comes at us when people work like 24 hours. They overwork themselves. After 12 and a half hours here, they won't work 12 and a half hours. So she just went, after the handover, she went into the changing room. She picked her back. She just collapsed.
Oh.
Big man.
Sad.
We search her bag. 5 different timesheets. If I say timesheet, it means she's working for 5 different companies. They are here to sign her timesheet for her to be paid. And we found £16,000 on her. She's in her 50s. When you check one of her timesheets, she was just coming from one shift and she came to this shift. So she hasn't been home.
Yeah.
You see?
Wow.
So those are some of the challenges. And people have to be... And sometimes you can't blame those home. It's how we portray ourselves out there. So UK, US, elsewhere, what you don't have, you portray on the internet as if it's all rosy there. It isn't. You've got your bills to pay. So if you portray to people you are rich, you are living well,
They'll give you pressure.
the pressure will be there. The second one has to do with, I wouldn't say racism, our color sometimes. Okay? And people not being able to adjust quickly to the system. Like you come late at work in Ghana, you are at work, when it's time for prayers or whatever, people will come and put their bag down and say, oh, my friend is having outdoor rain, can you look at the ward? So people come into the UK and they refuse to leave that part of Africa. So it becomes a challenge. And their system works. If you're not happy with something, there are ways to channel your complaints or your grievances, rather than taking things into your own hands and shouting. And so you realize that even though you were the victim, but you end up being the offender. It's another challenge. People failing to read the UK system. People failing to understand their own culture, as always trying to play the victim. Okay, so that's another challenge. Then, obviously, issues of sexual allegations and all that is very, very predominant in schools. These are very, very big issues. People come abroad, especially young people, guys like us. Some come, the whites are all over you, and they think it's a flex.
Make mistake, you are in problem.
You are going to prison straight.
Wow.
No joke.
Wow.
So that's one thing that we.
So you have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
Take your guy go.
Yeah. Tridonas is just saying nonsense. You have the woman free. It's not like that. No. You have to be mindful. Most of them like black guys, so it's a challenge. So if you don't, you are not mindful, you can easily be in trouble. Yes, you can easily be in trouble. Yeah, and I think the other challenge has to do with people back home, not us sending them money, but when you send money back home for projects, I don't have that problem. They will chop the money. Yeah. So family members watch, it's not you. I don't have that issue. Yeah. But the issue has to do with not getting the right people. To do project for you.
And I think now there are agencies that are even taking those
as
a business. So
but it's destroying families. Yeah. When your family find out you are using an agency agent,
it depends on how you communicate.
Yeah, rather than them.
Because these agencies are professionals. They might be able to do a good job. Yeah. Not because I don't trust my
family. Yeah. And one thing I forgot to mention as a challenge is the weather.
Yeah. Charlie, weather issues. It's cold, yeah.
So especially in winter. So there's summer where you get sunshine and sunlight like here. You sweat. You don't even feel like, you turn your heaters off. So in our rooms, just as we have ACs, so you have heaters as well. So when it's very cold, and sometimes you have to walk into the cold and go to work. So when it's winter, for instance, you are going to work as early as maybe 6 a.m. This place is dark. You close and as early as 4:30 or 4 p.m. the place is dark already. So 4 p.m. you are praying Maghrib and you close at 8. So you left home in the dark. You are coming back in the dark. And when you have that longer day and shorter night, massa, you sleep. The moment you sleep, you are struggling to sleep. When you just have a slight deep sleep, then your alarm goes off. It's 4 already.
Wow.
Yeah, so sometimes you walk in the cold and you have frostbite. Yeah, sometimes people really struggle. They have rheumatism. So the weather, you have to walk in the snow.
Charlie. Those are the things we have to
So
fear
the weather, but if you wear the appropriate clothing and all that, you'll be fine. But sometimes the weather is challenging.
I hear some places to, like, during fasting, some people do more than 12 hours, 15 hours. Is it the same in the UK?
Yeah. So in the UK, like, when we just passed
Ramadan.
We break fast at 8, 8:30. It went up to 9
In the
p.m.
evening.
Yeah. About 8, the sun is still up.
What?
The best time would have been this time.
Yeah.
Oh, by this time, 4 o'clock is dark.
Okay.
UK is better than Finland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are some places like
Finland, Norway.
You see the night.
Norway, those areas, massa. You're having sunshine for like only 4 hours. Only 4 hours about that. Yeah. So those are some of the.
Is there any other thing you'd want to add?
Not really. It's just about the opportunities. It's not.
Do you have any like maybe social media platforms that
so
people can reach out?
Yeah, myself. I do.
We also
YouTube.
have to go because we can see a lot of the Ashantis and the other people going like that.
Everyone is going.
We also have to go.
Everyone is going.
I mean, help the brothers.
Yeah, everyone is going.
Give us some social media.
So it's just the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the YouTube channel called the Travelness.
The Travelness.
The Travelness YouTube channel. So I speak about the immigration process. So how to become a nurse, a doctor, med lab, whatever in the UK, Ireland, Canada, US, and all that. Because a lot of research has gone into this. I have colleagues there. So we've done research. They are there. So all the information that you need is there, and all the requirements you need in terms of the examination. When you reach out on YouTube, and I do give the materials for free, all the learning materials, and the cost of your application. If there's any, help or clarity you need. You can get in touch and help. And on Facebook is the Travelness as well.
Travelness, okay.
The page is just building up. My personal Facebook page, I don't engage much on it. So far it's just the YouTube. So once they should try and watch the videos.
Okay.
Yeah, inshallah, we'll make exciting
the Travelness, guys, go check it out. If you really have, intentions of going, because for me, most of the time the challenge is the process. So if you don't understand it and you're trying to you mess up. It's quite you
easier.
Engage somebody who has been there and has done it to help you and then make your journey more easier. Yeah. Because how your life in UK will depend on how you go there.
Exactly.
So if you make mistakes and you go there, you might end up coming back.
When I went to the UK, when I first went to the UK, I met one Nigerian, Mr. Edward. He gave me an advice. He told me in the UK, when you make one grave mistake, it will take you 5 to 6 years to correct it. If you make one grave mistake, 5 to 6 years to be able to correct it. So what you said is true. If you enter through the right channel, you've seen people go abroad 10 years, they can't come home, unfortunately, because papers are not ready. If they dare travel outside, they won't be able to go back. So it's just about going through the right channel. And You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Is there probably a WhatsApp number or something that you'd want to?
Yeah, it's just my Ghana number is still active, so it's just the
That's what you use on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Would you want to give, or they should just comment on?
It's just the 024 99 01646. It's still active.
Trust me, you get a lot of messages.
I know people have been asked about my UK number and all that, but it's irrelevant because even if you call. You call charges and all that, and myself.
WhatsApp is good.
I'm very active
on WhatsApp call.
Because my contacts. So the 02499 is working.
Wow.
It's working 247, and that's where I can share the house material. So the English language materials is for nurses, is for teachers, is for people who want to go and do their masters and even first degree, because most countries demand for it. So Finland, Italy, US, Canada. So it's not only for nurses, it's for everyone. It's for everyone if they want it. Yeah, I'm happy to share those materials for free. I know others are selling it, but it's fine. You come, it's free. That's a little way we can also help. So if they get in touch.
How about people who are not educated, like who have not been to school, like they have a skill but they have not been to school?
Yeah, so like if you have a handiwork, like carpentry, masonry, joinery, and all that, I will advise they do the MVQ or something, those short courses.
Okay.
Because I know this
TVET,
yeah, these technical and vocational institutes are
they
there.
give certificates.
Exactly. So you don't necessarily have to do 3 years. It's just to have that certification. And I would say it only makes sense that when you are traveling abroad, or going to a foreign country to work, you can speak a little bit of English.
Of course.
I don't see it to be discriminatory. It only makes sense.
Because that's what they understand.
That's the medium of communication. So the handwork is there.
Okay.
But when you get that TVET and the MVQ1, MVQ3 certificates, I think you should be fine. Yeah. You never know where the opportunity will come from. You can come as somebody's sibling. You can come as someone's wife. You can come as somebody's husband. And at that time, the English and the reason wouldn't really matter. The skill will matter because those hairdressers and barbers are earning more than nurses and all that
Can
in the
you
UK.
imagine? Wow.
Their money is
coming.
It's cash.
Yeah.
Baba it takes.
Cash.
Baba, if I buy a baba my 25 pounds.
Huh?
Yes. Every 2
That's the normal.
Yes.
That's like 200 and something.
We are talking about 200. We talk about almost 400.
Huh?
Now one pound almost 15 CD. So if I pay 20, it's not like 280 something.
Well, let's see. I will also go so that we can say in a. Haj, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate the conversation. And I'm
thanks
sure
for
a lot
having
of
me.
people will help with this video. And I'm super excited.
And God bless you for the good work you've been doing for Northern Ghana and Ghana as a whole.
Very soon it will be Northern Ghana. We're also going.
I saw you do projects against Accra and all that. So some of us through Facebook admired your work and the production quality production and how you were trying to project the North and all that. So God bless you for that. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so if you are interested in moving, Haj is a trusted person you can contact. He will show you the way. He will share information with you that will make your travel, more easier and fruitful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Peace. We out.